Hi there, my name is Katie Mbata and this is part 2 of the Special Skills Resource Box. In today's video, we'll be talking about visual discrimination, visual sequence, visual memory, visual foreground and background, and visual closure. Here is my resource box. We first have the practical documentation, which consists of all the practical documents that you will need. We have the perceptual skills that explains everything explicitly. And then we have for the perceptual skills, auditory perception, and then finally for the visual perception. Visual discrimination. Visual discrimination is the ability to recognize differences and similarities in visual information. Now here is our visual discrimination resources. First of all, we have this pack of which one is the same. And then we have the visual discrimination of which one is different. We are now followed by 5 sets of geometric shapes. We then have shadow animals, which consist of 2 sets of shadow animals. We are then followed by the 5 differences. Here in these worksheets, you have to find the 5 differences between the 2 pictures. And then finally, we have picture pairs. And it consists of 12 picture pairs. This one goes there and this one goes here. Yes. And that is what you will need for your visual discrimination. Visual sequence and memory. Visual sequence is the ability to arrange visual information in the correct sequence, and visual memory is the ability to save visual information in the memory and reproduce it in a meaningful way. In other words, the ability to remember what the eyes have seen. First, we have your color cards, and there is 6 of them. And then we have your recollective letters. Here are your recollective letters, and we have 18 of them. So the child will have to recollect all these letters in the correct order. And then we have your letter combinations here. And there is 12 of these. Your letter combination. We are then followed by find the correct word. And here we have your words. And then we are followed by your letter cards. We have your letter card from A to Z and A, E, I, O, U as well on the side. We are then followed by your sight words, your index cards. And here they are, your index cards. And finally, we are followed by your word cards here. There is quite a lot. but this is everything here. And that is everything that you will need for your visual sequence and memory. Visual foreground and background. Visual foreground and background is the ability to focus on important visual information and to move the unimportant information to the background. We first have your hidden object cards. And we have 5 of them. Secondly, we have your hidden word letters. And there is 4 of them. We then have your path cards. And there is 5 of your path cards. We then have your overlapping objects. And there is 6 of them. And then we have your picture puzzles. And there is 5 of them. And then finally, we have find the word. Find the words cards, and there is 5 of them. And that is everything that you will need for your visual foreground and background. Visual analysis and synthesis. Visual analysis is the ability to analyze, which means break up visuals into smaller visuals. We first have the jigsaw shapes, and there is 7 of them. They are then followed by diagrams of shapes, and we have 8 of them. They are then followed by faces, which we have here, and we have 2 sets of faces with the mouths and the nose and the eyes. And then we have missing parts. We then have your missing parts, and there is 5 of them. They are then followed by animal cards cut in half, and then we have 8 of them. We have your seagull, your dolphin, your baboon, your zebra, your beetle, your lizard, your rhino, and your tortoise. And then finally, we have your picture cards with mixed up words, and we have 8 of them. As you can see, the letters are mixed, but you can see this word starts with a P, and this is a peach. Peas, carrots, pear, grapes, tomatoes, pumpkin, and so on. And this is everything that you will need for your visual analysis and synthesis resource box. For your form constancy, you will need different font letters. And as you can see, we have 6 different font letter cards here. They are all in different fonts, and there's 6 sets of them. You will then need your different fonts word cards. As you can see, we have them here: cup, dog, pan, 6 leg, pet, job, hat, pig, fun. You will then need arrows, which you can use in your overhead projector. As you can see, we have all our arrows there. And then finally, you will need your match cards here with a box of matches here. So these are your match cards, and the learner can use the matches to build the letter Y here in this case. And that is everything that you will need for your form constancy. For your visual conceptualization, this is what you will need. You will need 8 function cards. So these are the 8 function cards, and the learners will have to say, for which function does each card represent? You will then need your cut up pictures, and you'll need 6 of them. 6. And then you will need your comic stories. So the learners will have to organize and rearrange the story to make it make sense. There's the second comic story, and there's the third comic story. You will then need your classification cards, and you will need 6 of them. You will need 4 sets of your classification cards. You will then need your pictures of categories. Which one does not belong in the picture? Which one does not belong? Here is a pet, and you can see here the tiger does not belong here. It's obviously a wild animal. And here are your transportations, your farm animals, your toys, etc. You will then need picture pairs. So these belong together. Your picture pairs of which one belongs to which one belongs together. You will then need your similarities and differences. So here, open, close, big, small, empty, full, day and night, up and down, old and young, fast and slow, etc. So these are your opposites. And here you have your true and false. Which one is true and which one is false? Which part is true and which part is false? You have it here. You just read this to the learners and ask them which part is true and which part is false. A cat is an animal that we can keep as a pet. It likes to play and barks when it's happy. So bark is incorrect. A cat does not bark. And then finally, you have similarities and differences. And here you will have to ask the learners to explain which one is similar and which one is different. So how are these similar and how are these different? So here you can see the similarities is that they're both slow. They both have shells. And the differences is that this one has legs and this one does not have legs. Instead, it slithers and this one can walk. And that is everything that you will need for your visual conceptualization. If you have reached this part of the video, it means that the video is finally finished and you have watched everything. I hope that you have learned a lot, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.